This is Buddha Cat Life in Space by Fellini David and Nilo Tan. It has a matte black and white cover, and on the back it has the ISBN and barcode. Inside are 52 pages to colour with one blank page at the back. It is single-sided on paper with a creamish tint, and the first page has the title, the artist's names, their copyright info, their website and the ISBN number. This book is also single-sided. The paper is the usual CreateSpace printing thickness. It's a nice smooth paper and works well with most pencils and gel pens. If you want to use markers, I suggest putting some paper or cardstock behind the page you're colouring to stop bleed through, as they're not flimsy but you can still see through them to a certain extent. So this first page has some larger areas to colour and also some smaller, more detailed areas to colour, like those two little Buddha cats in their little space pod. They also have a black background with little white twinkle stars on it, and some of the other pages have some grayscale backgrounds as well, so you can add your own colours instead. So let's go and have a look through. So this one, like the first page, has cats in their little space pods, a planet in the background and that black sky. And this one we've got some cats inside their spacecraft with the large blank areas and the black background with the stars showing through. A nice page frame and some room in the margin and a nice border all around. And this one has some teeny tiny little detail on it and some larger areas too. And close up of the Buddha cats. You can see here just how fine the lines are, but they're really neat and tidy and clear to colour. And then there's some smaller Buddha cats in their pod just there. I'm going to zoom in quickly for you on those so you can see just how fine the details are. You'd want to sharpen your pencils for those, or use those diamond tip gel pens. They'd work quite well on these pages in the smaller areas. So we've got cats again walking about inside their spaceship, and the black background and some planets in the back. And cats looking out on the structures outside. And this one's got plenty of larger spaces. And this one's got a few little black areas, but mainly grey-scaled backgrounds and a few grey-scaled details there, so you can add your own shading and sky in to that picture. And then that one has the black background with little tiny stars on it, so you don't have to draw in your own sky. And cats looking at their spaceship, again with the black background. And little spaceships in the back and this beautiful landscape. You can get really creative with your shading and practice all your shadowing. Some busts of the Buddha cats, and the Buddha cats in their spacesuits standing there looking at them. And again. I love these meditating Buddha cats floating above the surface. And this is the same page as before, but with the grey sky, so you can try your own night sky. meditating, floating above the ground between the trees. And then the same again, black background. And with their spaceship there. With some grey detail here on the forest floor with the black sky. And then this one has got the totally grey sky detailing. And again, meditating with the grey background. Meditating with a grey background over some seas and some rocky outcrops there. And in the sky you've got some little spaceships and some clouds. And another sea scene there with the little Buddha cat standing there looking out over it with his spacesuit on. And here it looks like they're having a swim with the rocky outcrops coming out of the water and the spaceships in the background. And this one's the same page as the previous one but with the black sky added. And this one has to be one of my favourite pages in the book because it has some really nice nebula style effects, and it's got the cat looking out over it. Some more kitty pods with some futuristic buildings on this page. Some more futuristic buildings and pods. Another meditating cat inside his spaceship. And this one's in a prismy type thing. And there we go. Another one with the cat looking out. Walking inside the corridors of their spaceship. Some more cool, really futuristic stuff here with the little cats in the foreground. And some architecture. The cats in their pod. These would be another one that would be really good for your fine tip gel pens or sharp pencils because there are some small details here. And there's some more architectural pages. Oh, with the background. Another one here. This one's got mostly larger spaces to colour. And some cool construction style things in the background there, and the cats in their pods. And this is a little floating city with the clouds and the black starry sky and some land mass down here in the right. And these look like you could colour them as giant crystals. They would look amazing. And there's the little cats in their pod. Again, adventuring. Some more with these crystally outcrops. A little pod up there with two cats in and a planet. And then again, but with the grey background so you can colour your own. Again. And then this page has got lots of different size cat pods, verging from quite small to large in the foreground. And that's the same page repeated but with a black background with stars. Another futuristic sort of buildings in the background with the cats in their spacesuits and the starry spacey sky with the planet in there. Another surface of the planet style page with another planet in the background, quite large, and then a smaller one up there, and then a teeny tiny one up in that top corner. And then the final page is the Buddha cats being beamed back up into their spaceship, which is pretty cool. This is a Greyscale style of line work. And yet again, some quite fine small details. And then at the back you just have one blank page. Excuse this, it came to the printer slightly smudged. And then the barcode at the back, and the printed in Great Britain by Amazon. So I hope you've enjoyed this flick through. I will leave a link to the book on Amazon below, and also a link to my blog post with some coloured examples from this book. If you've enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel and leave me any comments that you feel like. Cheers, bye!